Step 1, wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up.
Bag secured at 32 pounds of clay. That's I think it's like 20 pounds. I don't know. It's heavy. And I just finished class. And I was super anxious to go in the first place, but it was actually so fun. And I don't know why I was anxious. It's not like it was even a new studio or anything. It's my usual studio, but it was a new teacher. And again, like, sometimes I go to the classes and everybody's a freaking professional and I'm just awkward and embarrassed. But then I felt embarrassed today because I was kind of like, I was kind of the best one in class. Like, everybody else was very much a beginner and I was clearly not. And by no means I wasn't perfect. I wasn't making no Picasso-esque things or anyone, but what is it? Okay, also what is happening to my words? I don't even know what I was saying. I lost control of English for a second, so anyways, yeah, I made some cool shit and I'm very excited. It came out awesome and I'm nervous. I'm nervous because two of the people that I was in the class with just stepped out into the car next to me and I'm trying to be super chill about the fact that I'm like sitting here talking to myself in the car. I know I have window tints, but I always get like anxious that people can still see me. Okay, they're leaving. That was nerve-wracking. Anyways, you saw my bowls, you saw my class. I'm gonna go home now, take a shower, and that's it. Good night. I love you.
It's too hard. You push a lot of pressure on the top, not so much on the side. It's gonna kind of turn into a plate. It's also important that whenever we're throwing, we keep adding water because if you don't, your hand's gonna stick to. Like how mine is now. If it does happen to feel like that, I can just come around. It's kind of like how we centered it in the beginning, but instead of using
At the start of October, I decided that I was going to make some real change in the last quarter of this year in order to propel myself forward to get a head start on 2025. And as always, nothing has gone according to plan. For as long as I can remember, my strength has come from conquering loss and, honestly, emotional struggle. And for most of my life, I thought that made me, well, a drama queen. But at the ripe age of 31, I'm starting to believe that my emotional endurance and vulnerability is my superpower. If you're also a highly sensitive person, you know how overwhelming it can be to function through anxiety and depression. So, what I'm going to try to do for myself is reframe my perspective. I hope it makes sense and somehow helps you too. When you're going through a phase of processing insecurity or trauma, your brain is going to work overtime to try to find some ways that you could do more to overcompensate. This overprocessing often leads me to questioning everything. Myself, my closest people, even my cats. Do they really like being here, or do they just have no other choice? Ridiculous, I know. But the truth is, there's nothing to overcompensate for. You're perfect just as you are, corny as that might sound. Every single one of us has good days and bad days, pretty qualities and ugly ones too. And life is always going to fluctuate. And I love a good roller coaster ride. You know, right before that first drop, when your stomach falls to your butt and you have to hold your breath and tense up against your seat, praying to whoever's listening that you don't fall out along the way. Then, after that initial drop, you're going through the ride too fast to even be scared. Maybe you even find yourself having fun,
in between the crazy turns and scary drops. Life is kind of like that. And the more you frequent the theme park, the less scary the rides are. But that first drop will always make me hold my breath and tense up. Because every time I step off the roller coaster, I'm reminded that I'm still alive. And what a ride it was. Am I right? I picked up a saying a long time ago, probably from Photo Bucket circa 2001, and it stuck with me for most of my life. In order to become your new self and get the life you want, you must give up the life you have. I used to think that that meant pack your bags, move far, far away, and start over from scratch. And maybe for a while that worked, but this isn't really as feasible an option anymore now that I have fur babies and a mortgage. Nor do I want to uproot my life and start from scratch. But I do need some change, and I'm falling fast into a chapter of growth that I did not see coming. I've been at a crossroad with myself for a long time now, scared, uncertain, and very frustrated. I realize that I've lost myself completely, something that I know happens to a lot of us at some point, often so slowly that we don't even notice it's happening until it's far too late. Over time, I put my worth and value in the hands of my job, the opinions of others, and sometimes even opinions that I make up in my head based off of what I think people think of me. I've managed to convince myself that I've ruined every good thing I've ever had, therefore making myself a magnet to the things in my life that I do not want. I find myself overthinking my negative traits and looking for ways to overcompensate for them. Instead of simply looking to improve in the name of self-growth, I tend to try to be, quote, better for the sake of the world, in the name of people-pleasing. But you don't need me to tell you that you can't hate yourself into a version that you love. This year has taught me that if I want to be happy, I need to put myself at the top of my list. And that's led me to making some really hard decisions. I've had to say goodbye to the love of my life. I've had to force myself to sit alone with my thoughts and my feelings. I've had to learn not only to trust my intuition, but to feel confident in it. It's important to remember in these times that nothing is inherently good or bad. It's really all just one big experience. I know you're doing your best and you're trying your hardest, and even when your best might not feel like it's enough, I'm so proud of you for doing it. These things take time. So thank you to 2024. Thank you for all of the ups and the downs, for all of the maybes that helped me learn to make a decision, for all the people that I've picked up and dropped off along the way, for all of the sides of myself that I've gotten to meet, and for the strength to keep this party bus going in 2025. I'm not going to pretend I'm not terrified, but scary as it is, I'm looking forward to this new chapter of me, and I can't wait to meet her.